Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Don Jr. at his most Ellis. I mean, way to play into it, I guess. He's got Dana White on, but I think the opening of the show, he talks about what's been going on with the court thing. So let's see. Get in here, yeah, red bastard. Let's go to click it here. Guys, 3, 2, 1, guys. All right, guys. Oh, so he got a sound-alike of Stranglehold?
Okay, guys.
Okay, guys, I'm in my dad's office and I haven't touched any of this shit. If you look on my shoulder right here, here's all the same folders that have been there for the last 6 fucking years. I don't touch any of it. This is a little art pile I call the illusion of work.
Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another episode of Triggered. Obviously, a great friend is our guest tonight. I had to do this, I guess, 2 days ago, simply because...
Yeah, you had to.
Because I was, this week...
You don't have a budget for your show that allows you to fly Dana White to New York?
Subjected to the continued...
Objection. You were not subjected to. You were a subject of.
Persecution by...
Aw, guys. Come on. He was persecuted. This was a week. It's like him and Jesus.
The Attorney General of the state of New York were added 2 days of testimony in my father's civil trial.
No. For the record, hold on, let me see if I can raise the volume on this. I apologize. It's Rumble volume.
You know, the usual idiots on social. Oh my God, you're going to jail. You plead a fifth. It's a civil trial, and it's
right. And it's not your dad's trial. It's the whole company. It's a trial of the company. Now, everybody involved in the company played a different part in it, but you fucking ran it while he was president of the United States, and you did the same shit. You did whatever he told you to do, which, as an adult, makes you culpable for those actions.
As far as I'm concerned, it's basically attempted extortion.
What are they going to get from you?
To try to penalize a political enemy.
What are they extorting from? What? You do know what extortion... I'm fucking around. I don't think he even knows what the words he's using mean.
But at this point, anyone who's been watching this show...
Nope, it's not a show. No one watches this. This is your podcast. This is what you do in lieu of real work.
Realized this. I actually was sort of shocked. I got like good articles from like the BBC and CNN, and guess I had the courtroom laughing a little bit. And shockingly,
you mean the fake news? I mean, what? This is how it works, right? It's the fake news when you don't like it, and when it's legit when you do. I got you. Okay.
The prosecution don't understand that maybe I would leave accounting to accountants. Just like
I don't review their numbers. What am I, the VP of business?
I don't know too many people that would leave, surgery to themselves. They rely on surgeons and.
For this analogy to work, you'd have to be the hospital administrator, and you'd be responsible for getting the right patients to the right surgeons, and then the surgeons, if the surgeon does like if that person amputates someone's leg because they're supposed to be, but they're there for heart surgery, that's your fault because you oversee the scheduling and the entire. Oh God.
People who are trained in those fields, and it's a problem, I guess, for their case that I would rely on people who are experts, who are paid millions of dollars to be experts, and the fact that I relied on them.
No, they relied on you. They factored they based their equations on details on costs and size of the buildings and all that kind of shit that you provided them with, that turned out to be fake.
I'm supposed to, I guess, overrule that. I'm not 100% sure, but
Well, maybe a different line of work then.
I guess that's where we are. No different than the other cases that you see, whether it's Georgia or Florida or DC or whatever.
No, very different. This is a civil trial. This has to do with you defrauding banks and the IRS at the same time. And the other ones have to do with your fucking father running off with classified documents. And I mean, we can talk about the E. Jean Carroll case if you want.
It is, another New York case with Alvin Bragg.
It's just the two of you.
It never ends.
It'll end. It will end.
Never ends.
It'll end. Also, I have a feeling that a lot of the Letitia James voters that you say she's pandering to often said that about the amount of criminality you assholes got away with.
But, we do what we do. We keep fighting.
It is what it is. You are where you are. And if a business falls in the middle of Manhattan and nobody's around to see it because it's like the I Am Legend, does anybody here?
Try to have some fun in the process. I saw one article, Donald Trump Jr. unflappable. Oh, that's pretty solid. From BizPack Review. I'm not sure enough about that.
From BizPack Review.
But I imagine most of the mainstream media coverage of me does not. Let's just say they don't align with my values or my interests, but
right, your pro-crime values. What was that your dad said?
We're going to be appointing very pro-crime judges.
Right. Yeah, you mean like those kind of values, or
fires off jokes during civil fraud trial?
Fires off jokes. Yes. And by the way, costing your business / your dad about $1 million a word. Just saying.
Some of these things, honestly, are jokes. The real problem is
you're a joke. You don't know what your job is. You couldn't tell anybody if they held a gun to your head, which they shouldn't do.
If businesses in New York or elsewhere, perhaps,
perhaps
call it,
like the Caymans, or
in blue states or blue areas, liberal
blue areas like Chicago
areas. If a person is going to conduct business, and in our case, like change the skyline of New York, and you can't rely on accountants, and I don't mean I mean a big four CPA firm who.
You mean like the one that dumped you guys for lying to them?
Whose primary, principal who worked on our account probably spent more time in our offices than I did, right? I did a lot of
that, I believe. They visit twice?
For international deals, I spent a lot of time on the road.
On the road? What? Trying to score coke?
If I can't rely on that person who's doing the tax returns for every license deal, for every management contract, for every, they have more intimate knowledge of the finances than I could times 1,000.
And yet, what am I supposed to do? Go over to my dad's apartment and go, wait a minute, the whole floor is 11,000 square feet. There's no fucking way if you take out the elevator, this is 30,000 square feet. And how about, you don't actually think my father, guys, invites me over to his home? Why do I have a kind of a nasally stuffed up thing? Is it because I've had a hard palate replacement for cocaine use? Who can say?
I'm not able to rely on them, but I'm still paying them millions of dollars, folks. It's a serious.
Here's a good idea. This is it. I've solved it. Fucking A. This is how we do it. Everybody. Don, you've stumbled into it. Buddy, you figured it out. This is your way out. Sue Mazars for lying to you about the worth of your properties. Do that. Please. Please fucking do that. Sue them God. Please do this. You were supposed to rely on them. They were unreliable. They lied to you. You've got a case. Knock the fuck. This'll clear it. You guys will be in fucking business. Sue your accountants for lying to you. I'm sure there won't be any problems with discovery. I'm sure this won't bypass in their discovery situations where you ultimately incriminate yourself on a much bigger scale. You're fine. Just do that. Do this. Sue your accountants for lying to you. Or continue to lie to everyone and think for a second that the world is laughing at America instead of laughing at you.
Serious problem. I don't know how anyone could actually do business in New York if that.
Yeah, I don't either. I would file charges with the AG.
Was the case. If you're not able to rely on them, or if someone without those degrees and who isn't a CPA might.
Yeah, you were taken advantage of. Don, you quit it, guys. I'm serious. I'm being serious. You relied on them. Poor little you. You were. It's like that movie with Jamie Foxx and James Earl Jones. Like you got ripped off by these big, mean, giant accounting firms. I think you got a case. All you got to do is show the AG all of your emails and your paperwork, and they'll see it. How can they not see it? I mean, honestly.
Myself is supposed to somehow overrule a CPA on
Yeah, they work for you.
matters of accounting.
No, not on manners of accounting. On manners of assessment based on the details you gave them. They did not come by and measure with a measuring tape. They did not look at how much you'd actually pay for or leverage properties with, or what your part in it was. They didn't check for themselves. They, being your employees, they took what you told them and cranked out this bullshit, which looked nothing like the details you gave them.
I think it creates a serious problem for business. And if that's the case, and an overzealous attorney general would just decide which way to prosecute, maybe, hey, I don't know, you didn't donate to my campaign, I think we're going to investigate you. I mean, this creates a serious problem for anyone conducting business in New York. Now, it's
Yeah, I mean, that's why you have to sue Mazars right now.
hard to believe that this isn't, common knowledge, that it's not talked about. There was
I don't know what you're talking about at all. Common knowledge about what?
actually a good article in the Wall Street Journal today
Yeah, no doubt. It's a great piece. Who owns the Wall Street Journal again?
about the implications of this for future business from a Columbia professor. So, I imagine this person probably can't stand Trump, but he understands, or is not short-sighted enough to not understand that, hey, just because we want to get Trump doesn't mean this doesn't open up Pandora's box for anyone actually trying to conduct
Get on with it!
business. So, that's the quick update.
It's great. It's good stuff. Columbia professor. Pandora's box. Business. Got it.
2 days, I guess, of testimony, or half
2 hours and 2 days. 2 days of hours. 2 hours. 2 hour filled days.
half day yesterday, half day today.
Yeah, and two days tomorrow, but most of a day in the interim.
Had some fun in the process. I think even the judge found me perhaps a little bit amusing.
Yeah. Everybody was shocked and surprised, and in some cases even delighted to watch you admit to your own ignorance on the stand and try to lay this off on your accountant like a dumbass as an officer of the company, which reinforced his judgment previous. And with every stupid blathering joke or dismissal of the questions that were being directed at you, you basically cost your dad $1 million a word
on this thing, and it will continue. And then,
yes, technically,
they'll bring in my father next week. I'll probably have more commentary about that. I always got to be careful about what I say about my things, because
yeah, you don't talk about your things on the air.
someone will say, they'll say it anyway, right? I mean, I'm
yeah, I mean, why bother?
reading some of the,
Yeah, you don't even have to even try to do
the
that.
leftist rag paper. He perjured him. I'm like, what? Here we go again, right?
Yeah, totally. Like the thing they're probably gonna say that they haven't said, but they're gonna say it anyways, and they probably he perjured himself because I know I did, but they don't know that. But anyways, like like they always do.
I'm seeing all the genius political commentators, some of them actually misspelling perjury in their tweets because everyone is now an expert on civil fraud trials in New York State.
Except you. Let's be abundantly clear. Except you and your brother and your dad. I think your sister might know actually more about it. She's been studying, it seems. That's why she's trying to steer clear of the whole fucking thing.
Just like everyone was an expert on constitutional law during impeachment one, and everyone was a virologist during COVID, and everyone, it.
Oh, you mean those assholes who said it would just go away with when the sun came and you could just stick a light bulb up your ass and get you some bleach in your lungs and you'd be fine, and all the assholes pushing ivermectin, those folks, you mean?
Everyone's an expert in Ukraine right now, and
you're not.
The Middle East, and yeah.
It's really fun when the ignorant try to create a sort of a buffer wall by claiming that everybody that knows more than them claims to know more than they actually are claiming. They just know more than them, and therefore everybody knows fucking, like, you're an expert now? No, I just know 3 or 4 of the basic things that you don't fucking have any idea about.
Yada, yada, yada. So
yeah, yada, yada, yada.
Just wanted to give you guys all a little bit of that update before.
Thanks, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Guys, chat room, you guys appreciate it? I appreciate it.
We get to my friend Dana White and just have a fun conversation.
Yeah, we have a great conversation. It happened a couple days ago, obviously.
So,
Did he give you any pointers on the stand about how to, like, give the judge a noogie or something?
Days, it is what it is. I was actually surprised. CNN, while their reporting is 99% BS, at least they put up a good picture of me. That's a win.
You froze.
That's a win. So I think I put that on my Instagram account the other day. So, if I think...
Yes, you look like you're staring at nothing.
I think of more to actually talk about this, but it was a lot of mundane. Did you sign a document? Yes, I signed a document that was given to me, signed off by, accounting, inside, outside, general counsels, like legal, yada, yada, yada. I believe it to be materially accurate, like 100 times over. I mean, that's basically the extent of what it was. And so,
right, and you're too stupid to recognize that you were incriminating yourself while you were like, of course I signed it. Look, that's my signature. Of course it's my signature. These people are fucking stupid. You don't think I know my own signature? Like, okay, asshole, that's not what any of this is about, stupid.
So, of course I did, and of course I rely on those people to do that. And if we're not able to rely on people that are experts...
you should sue them. I agree. I look forward to it. Just go ahead and sue them. So, I mean, who's costing you? It's not even Letitia James at this point. It's your own fucking accountants. I sue the shit out of them. Let's do this.
You're going to have a serious problem conducting business anywhere, and especially if there's sort of selective persecution of the people you just don't like, especially when you run campaigns about going after them prior to actually seeing any of the information. Don't forget.
Also, none of this was a fucking mystery. You do realize before she ran, your brother can't run a charity in the state of New York anymore. It's not, nobody is shocked to find out that Donald Trump is a fucking fraud. All of these people were like in the DA's office. I want to say Fannie Willis was a DA before she was AG. She just didn't have the power to pull the trigger on this kind of stuff, but she absolutely does now. But she saw this shit.
And this one, I was found guilty before I ever testified, just so we're clear.
It's a civil trial, fuckhead. The company is found to be fraudulent.
It's kind of a big deal.
And also, you were deposed. Your deposition played into this. You're just repeating the same shit. This is the penalty phase.
You don't even get to speak your mind anymore. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the worst. America's dead. You can't even speak your mind anymore. Anyways, enjoy my podcast with Dana White, where we yammer for an hour and a half. I'm sorry if it was a little boring, but neither of us could speak our minds.
That's what happens when you have overzealous, prosecutors.
Oh, I see. You can't
incriminate yourself. That's what you mean by speak your mind. So if you speak your mind, you will incriminate. Okay, good. All right. Well, important clarification. Thanks, Egon.
We've seen a lot of that these days.
Haven't we? We have.
This is not the first time. It's probably not the first decade in America this has happened, but it's
Probably not. I'm fairly certain mobsters and fraudsters have been arrested, tried, and convicted before, and also civil trials around this stuff have happened before in this great nation's history.
the first time it's actually being fully exposed. So hopefully
Exposed?
people understand how dangerous this is, how bad the slippery slope is.
No, I don't think many people are worried. I mean, New York's doing pretty good.
And they get it. And so, again, as
They do.
I see what happens with my brother's testimony and my father's testimony and my sister's testimony, we'll talk more about it on the show probably next week. But literally just wanted to give you guys
An update of the inside scoop.
quick update. But yeah,
Thanks. Quick update.
I was shocked
13 minutes
at
later.
some of the press. They even had a courtroom of people who probably don't like me too much,
No, they definitely don't.
laughing a few times. So
Right, because you were costing your dad money every time you said something stupid. You thought you were being cute, and they were laughing at the fact that you're dicking around during the penalty phase.
maybe they'll laugh when they realize what a joke this
It is to expect these fines to be paid.
case is from the Attorney General. But let's see what happens. So
What's going to happen? Your company's going to be fined somewhere between $250 and $600 million.
you guys are the best.
Thanks, I agree.
Stay tuned for the interview with Dana. I think you'll
I will stay tuned for the interview.
like it. Just a great guy, built a great company. One of the few guys that's out there who will actually speak his mind.
Well, I don't even know how he does it. I mean, he should stop. He's going to go to jail. This is not America. We're in hell right now. We're going down the tubes. Is he not paying attention?
Whether we like it or not,
Oh, we like it.
I think that's so important. Wish I'd see that more in sports. So I think you guys are
Yeah, that's the thing about people in sports. They don't often speak their mind.
really going to enjoy this interview. We'll have a lot of fun in the process. Locals, I'll be tuning in later on.
Okay, so you don't have any work at the office to do. That stack of paper right there is just going to stay right where the fuck it is. You don't have any papers to sign about the worth of any of your dad's properties for a quick sale. I'm sorry. In my mind that takes time, but you just sign it and pass it on because you just take it at its word and right. That you just sign it and you're done. That's a hell of it's great work if you can get it.
To do that as soon as it's over. So I'll see you guys shortly, and be good. Enjoy.
You got it. Be good. Enjoy. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Don Jr. Just douching his fucking way through this trial. Not recognizing that a big reason why the people laughed at the trial was because they were watching a man with a shovel in a hole hitting himself in the face with it. Just like chucking dirt in his face. Just choof. Like, he's like, they thought that was charming. They liked how charming I fucking was. He was just so charming. That guy's so fucking charming. He's charming.